Hello, in today's Archaeoscoop my top 3 headlines are as follows. Headline number 1 comes from North Yorkshire, a site not too far from Scarborough, the site of Star Car. Now, for many years this site has been famous, amongst archaeologists at least, as a very important Mesolithic site. Many years ago it was confirmed as being a hunting camp, possibly something a little bit more substantial than that, on the edge of what was once a lake. The lake is now long gone, it's been silted up, but nonetheless that was what was found. But a couple of years ago, a house was discovered on the site, and archaeologists got very excited because this is evidence which they weren't expecting necessarily from the site. But also as well, potentially it could be one of the oldest houses in Britain. Well, they now have a date back for this particular house, and the date is 8500 BC. Now, the archaeologists are extremely excited because not only does this confirm that this is a very old house, but also as well it actually pushes the Star Car house back by 500 years beyond what was previously known as the oldest house in Britain, and that is Howick Hall in Northumberland. Again, a very similar structure found not too far from the coast, a little bit further to the north. So it's now 500 years older, so now Star Car has the title. They also, as well, on the site have found evidence of woodworking and carpentry, as you might expect, and this actually constitutes the earliest evidence for such woodworking in Britain. So, a very interesting development, especially for those guys, because now they have the title. But I'm sure that this title will be challenged in the future. Anyway, that's headline number 1. If you want to read more. Headline number 2 is a bit of a follow-up, and that is to confirm that Northampton Council are going ahead with development on their museum. This is a development funded by the sale of Sekhemka, the statue, which was sold back in July, very controversially, and effectively what they're doing is they're using the £8 million that they got from the sale to purchase buildings close to the old museum and to also expand their art gallery. The quote really, which has been put forward by council leader David McIntosh, is quite simply that he has no regrets, that these were very difficult decisions. That's headline number 2. Headline number 3 comes from South Africa, and the very dramatically named site of the Cradle of Humankind, which is a UN World Heritage Site just northwest of Johannesburg. This site is an ongoing excavation where they're finding, was it 2 million year old evidence of hominins, essentially pre-Homo sapien species of human, as it were. And the professor on site, Professor Lee Berger, is very excited to be able to open up the site to the public. As he says, it will be, to my knowledge, and I'm pretty sure I've got a comprehensive one, the only place in the world where you can sit down and watch early hominids being excavated. Now, I'm sure that quote makes him sound a little bit more sure of himself than he possibly is, but who knows. But anyway, the point is, this chap, this very well respected paleoanthropologist, is opening up his site to the public. If you have a chance, why not pop over to the Cradle of Humankind and watch an excavation underway. You may well see a new species of human discovered. So that's headline number 3. As ever, for those 3 stories and also other news stories in the past few days, all you need to do is check out the links below in the video information. They're there for your delectation and delight. One of my favourite stories, additional to the top 3 this week, is actually that a replica Bronze Age boat has taken to the sea, and also actually as well, interestingly, in Italy, the fear that corporate-sponsored restoration of buildings, such as, for example, the Colosseum, may well lead to the Disneyification of Italian heritage. Interesting articles there. Again, why not take your time, read through them. As ever, until next time, do take care. Bye-bye.